we're up, or we're actually down. Yesterday when I was recording Tuesday Takedown, we were sitting around 2.53 trillion, and we're even below now. We have lost. If this is the trillions, this is the 100 billions. So we've lost about 3 billion in market cap overnight, pretty much. But yesterday, the altcoin indicator was at 36, I believe. So we up our couple points there. So that means there must be some higher performers in the altcoin sector. See, look, this is what I'm saying. Now, a lot of these other coins don't necessarily move with Bitcoin, but because Bitcoin controls most of the market cap within crypto, those moves for Bitcoin has an impact on these other coins. But as you can see, Near Protocol is up 51% in the last 7 days. So, and it's only $2.50, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice. I haven't looked too much into Near. I've heard about it multiple times though. I think it's okay. No, this price. Let me go to the candles. Like the candlestick's a little bit better. Yeah, this is a nice chart. Let me see the last week. Oh, see, look at this. This is crazy. But nah, even though Bitcoin has the most the market cap dominance within the crypto space, all of these coins are up 10 plus. The top 15, maybe even the top 20. Just about the top 20 tokens, even Canton's on there. The top 20 tokens for the 7-day percentage are up at least 10%. So yeah, and there's some big names on here. We got Cosmos, we got Stellar, Render, Hyperliquid. Talked about them yesterday. WorldCoin, I've actually never heard of WorldCoin. Not even gonna lie. Let me see what they're talking about. Let me go to the about real quick just to see what's up. It says the mission of WorldCoin project is to build the world's largest identity and financial network as a public entity, giving ownership to everyone. Okay, so this says the world system revolves around World ID, a privacy-preserving global identity network. World ID enables users to verify their humanness online. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to touch on that. I'm glad that I found that live. We're gonna talk about that soon. But yes, this is the overall. This is where we are in crypto, man. XRP at $1.32. Solana's under $100. I low-key feel like that's a grab just for the sake of Solana being like $200-$300 at a point. What's the high? The high being almost $300 in 2025. So last year it hit $294. So there's definitely potential upside in there. It is a higher risk, or not a higher risk, but the return on your investment won't be as high as if you were to invest into something that was $1. Obviously it's $83. So, yeah, that is that. We still have the fear indicator sitting in the mid 30s. Yeah, man, we don't, not too much happening in the crypto space. We have a lot more going on within the stocks and things of that nature. So therefore, we're not getting those bigger moves. We could talk about the commodities real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Talk about the commodities.
Gold, silver, all that stuff.
Gold is sitting at 4,400. Excuse me. We're also in this range as well. Shout out Fisher Gold Getter because he already got the lines marked out, man. He's already looking at the gold. You see that we're at the bottom of this, kind of at the bottom of this range where we've been multiple times, and it's kind of consolidated around this range, kind of rejected off of it, bounced off of this top range here, sitting at 48, almost 4,900. And yeah, this is where we are. Let me go to the 4 hour and get a little bit of a cleaner chart.
Gold's in a nice range too.
Gold is in a nice range, and this kind of shows you where the market is moving when it comes to commodities. So we go, if we could, so also me and Official Go Getter were talking about this off cam, and just the simple fact that we have all-time highs in SPY, right? In in the indices and the indexes, we have our markets hitting all-time highs, but our gold is kind of dipping. You see that these candlesticks, it's a lot of red candlesticks coming to this low down here of 4,095, while we got all-time highs with SPY, right? And that this chart looks completely different. It's a flip chart pretty much. And so what we were saying is, what we were trying to figure out was, if the commodities were down and the indices were up, what does that look like when it's like flipped, right? So let's break that down real quick. You see this, let's see, this is March. No, let's go back from the beginning of the year. Let's go back from the beginning of the year. Where were we? About right here, right around 675, right? And that's January 1st, just to be sure. It says the second on here, 678. All right, cool. Let's go back here, January 1st. You see that, okay, so looking at these charts, we see that gold was on an uptrend, and this wasn't the all-time high, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, liar. I thought we had hit higher before. Gold that hit 5,500, right? We go back to SPY. And what day was this? This was January 29th, Thursday. And then we go back to January 29th on Thursday. Let me see. This was about right here. 29th. We had SPY at the top of the range, but immediately after we had this downtrend. So, hey, actually, that thesis was a bit incorrect, because we look here and we had this straight drop down. But if I'm not mistaken, what happened that day? Was that the Venezuelan capture?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what day that was. But I mean, I think the thesis is still intact. I mean, even from the whole months of January and February to March, right? You're getting a run up in gold, but for that whole time in SPY, we're stagnant, right?
Yeah.
And gold was making the biggest movement at the beginning of the year when market wasn't moving at all. Now it's flipped. Market's making the biggest movement now. Gold is consolidating, staying stagnant, just how the market was. So I think the thesis is still intact. And that's something to look at as well. Once you understand to look at these charts better, and you live different, looking at different assets, you get to see, different patterns, right? When gold is down, typically the markets are up. When the stock market is up, typically the commodities are down, right? So for somebody who understands both assets, you may be benefiting from the stock run up, and also buying some more gold to benefit for that run up when people are selling stocks because they're in fear about whatever, because it always happens. The same thing we saw this year, people were scared of the stock market, people saying, oh, we're going to run to the gold, we're going to run to the silver, we're going to run to it happens all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just a rotation. So yes, sir. So that was the commodity market. Something I could also talk about is before, was you going to touch on silver or anything else?
We can look at it real quick.
What is silver at?
Is it in this one?
I think it's in the FCW portfolio. It's right there. Well, it's $74, right?
We are also in this range. The same type of market
range,
movement.
Right? Even Bitcoin, right? You can even Bitcoin's in the range right now. So, they kind of definitely do kind of move the opposite. When one has its moment, the other typically stays stagnant. And that's just the beauty of understanding all assets, because they all work together. They all rotate. They all, have their moment.
Yeah.
So you got silver at $74, man. So anybody looking to get into gold, silver, definitely in the range right now. You can even wait to see if it breaks out and then buy some more if it breaks out to the lower side. But even if you wanted to get in now, I believe getting some into the range, because you don't know if it's going to break out to the upside towards 89 to 100, 121 again, or if you don't know if it's going to go to the downside. But, be prepared for both. And yeah, just tune in every week. We're going to tell you what the price is, man. Something else I want to talk about too is, I kind of touched on this in the Discord, man. Go into the Discord. I'm there. We're both there every day, every week, putting in stuff. Flash just yesterday dropped the Tuesday takedown, breaking down the crypto, right? I dropped the Monday Madness, breaking down the stocks. I broke this down on the Monday Madness, man. Nvidia is sitting in this range. It's kind of breaking out to the downside, right? Let's see going on the 4-hour time frame. We broke out of this range, right? When you break out to the downside of a range, you want to see a retest. See, boom. If anybody was trading this morning, perfect. This is a perfect executing trade, right? Today's Tuesday. Okay, this happened yesterday. So Tuesday, right? We ended up breaking down this range, right? And we ended up breaking out of this range of 214. That's breaking support, but then we retested it, but we didn't have that move. We closed at 214. We didn't go back into the range. We're literally testing it today, right? So then you open it up to Wednesday morning, you get that rejection, right? So people could have either waited until market open, or maybe they had orders in overnight when they seen that. But that's a perfect example of a break from a range, a retest, and that's your confirmation, especially if you get that, you see that energy to the downside. If you're on the 15 or 5-minute time frame and you're watching early in the morning at 6:35 in the morning, you get to see, oh, okay, boom, it's going down to the downside. Let me hop in my trade, go from 213 down to 210, 208. Okay, boom. And now it's making its way back up to 214. Let's see if it tests that again. Does it hold below? You always want to see, does it hold below, or does it go back into the range and make it way back up? Make it way back up, my bad. Because, sometimes stuff like this may be a fake breakout or a liquidity sweep to grab the people who had buy orders in already, right? Come grab them, stop them out, move back up to the upside, because now they're stopped out and they think that, they think whatever they think. So look, that's a perfect candle right there.
Yeah.
Grab them, come back up. So let's see where we close at today. It's 10 a.m. Let's see if we end up closing green and reversing back up. That's a sweep, man. Something else that I could touch on too, SPY. I put this in the Discord as well. So doing this technical analysis, this is why we do it, man. You get to see exactly what's going on in the market. So from May to July, the last 3 years,